بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بإذن Azza wa Jal, this happens to be our first class as far as Nahw is concerned. So here we have the first topic here before me is Amun Jadidun. Amun Jadidun. A new year. A new year. As is new session. New year. Amun Jadid. And you know that the new year they are saying it has to do with the lesson. That is a particular year. The studies is going to commence. Al-Kalimatu al-Jadida. As you can see it, Al-Kalimatu al-Jadida. As new vocabularies, new words. You can also see the image. Ma'adu Ta'alim al-Lughati al-Arabiyya. The Institute for Learning the Arabic Language. You can see the images. We have people and shaking hands. Now, we have here Baytun, that's a house. Hadiqatun, that's a garden. Ashjarun, that's a plural form of shajar or shajaratun. And ashjarun means what? Trees. Azharun, that's also a plural form, that's jamu of zaharatun. And azhar means flowers. Ulumun, that's also a plural form, jamu of ilmun. And ulum means what? Studies or knowledge, field of knowledge. Do you understand the studies? Ulum. Zumala is also a plural form, it's jamu of zamil. And zumala means mates, your mates. Safaha, yusafihu. Safaha, that's the past tense. Safa means he shook hand with someone. Yusafihu, he is shaking hand, or you will be shaking hand with someone. Al-Mustalahatul Jadida. New terminologies. Al-Mustalahat al-Jadida. New terminologies, new jargons that we shall be learning. Al-Jumla, that's the sentence, Al-Jumla. And there are something that constitutes the Jumla, the sentence. The first one is Ismun, that's a noun or a pronoun. In Nahw, in the field of Nahw, or in this particular subject, Nahw. When we talk of Ismun, we are talking of a noun or a pronoun. Then we have Harfun, that's the second thing. The second entity that constitutes a sentence is Harf. Harf is best translated to be alphabet. And we have Fa'ilun. Fa'ilun is a verb. That's fi Nahw. As far as Nahw is concerned. That means when we're talking about a sentence, Jumla, what forms a sentence or what a sentence is made up of is we have Ismu, we have Harfun, and we have Fa'ilun. Now, here we have Huruful Hija. Huruful Hija. The Arabic alphabets. 29 numbers. Then we have Al-Kalimatu. Al-Kalimatu, that's what? A word you utter. A kalima, a word you utter. And that's the singular form of kalimu. Al-Kalimatu, that's a word. Then you have lafz, an utterance, a statement you make. Usually formed from what? A statement, a word. When you open your mouth, what comes out is lafz. A statement you make. Ta'allaf al-kalam. Ta'allaf al-kalam. That is, a word is formed from something. What connotes a sentence or a wording is ta'allafa. That is, it is what? It is formed from something. Ta'allaf al-kalam. A statement, a word is formed from something. Yata'allafu. That is, a word will be formed from something. And zaman, that's a tense. When what tells us when an action had taken place. Maybe the action had taken place in the past. That's the zaman. The tense. The time an action had taken place. That's the zaman. Maybe the action had taken place in the past, or in the present time, or it will be happening in the future. That's the zaman. The tense. Now let us go. Let us go through the sentence we have here. خرج سعيد في الصباح من بيتي. Sa'id went out of his home, of his house in the morning. خرج Sa'id went out في الصباح in the morning من بيته, from his house. وذهب إلى معهده. And he approached his institute of learning. Sa'idun talibun. Sa'idun talibun yabanijun. Sa'idun talibun yabanijun. Sa'id happens to be a student. But which kind of student? A Japanese student. That is from Japan. A Japanese student. Japanese. وهو يتعلم اللغة العربية في معهد تعليم اللغة العربية. وهو يتعلم اللغة العربية. And he, Sa'id, يتعلم اللغة العربية. He is learning the Arabic language. في معهد تعليم اللغة العربية. In the Institute of what? Arabic language. The Institute of Learning Arabic Language. Fi in Tokyo. Yes, Tokyo. In Tokyo. And as you know, Tokyo is the capital. Is the capital of Japan. In Tokyo. That's where his citadel of knowledge is situated at. Tokyo. Now, وهو معد كبير حوله حديقة واسعة. And his institute, this Tokyo Institute of Learning is an institute. Kebi is a large institute. حوله حديقة واسعة. Surrounding it, around it is a large garden, a spacious garden, a wide garden. حديقة واسعة. فيها أشجار كثيرة. And in this institute as well, أشجار كثيرة. Many trees, there are many trees there. وأزهار جميلة. And herein what? Beautiful flowers. Beautiful flowers. أزهار جميلة. وفي المهد كثير من الطلبة الذين يتعلمون اللغة العربية. And in this institute, كثير من الطلبة, most of these students therein, الذين يتعلمون اللغة العربية. وفي المعهد, in this institute, كثير, or in the institute, كثير من الطلبة, most of the students, الذين يتعلمون اللغة العربية, those are learning this Arabic language. وَيَدَرُسُونَ الْعُلُومَ الْإِسْلَامِيَّةَ دِرَاسَةً جَيِّدَةً. And we also have them learning al-ulum al-islamiyya, the Islamic studies, Islamic knowledge, various Islamic studies. Dirasatan jayyida, as learning that is sound. Dirasa jayyida, they're not just learning it, taking it with an of levity, but dirasatan jayyida, learning that is what, that is serious, that is awesome. وحينما قابل سعيد زملاءه صافحهم واحدا واحدا. And when Sa'id met with his mates, قابل, when he met with them, صافحهم واحدا واحدا, he shook hands with them one after the other. He was handshaking them. He shook hands with them one after the other. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ, and he said to them, to his mates, what did he say? He said, كُلُّ عَامٍ وَأَنْتُمْ بِخَيْرٍ. This can be translated to be كُلُّ عَامٍ, and every year, وَأَنْتُمْ بِخَيْرٍ, you'll be awesome. That is, you'll be okay every year, just like you are optimistic. Sa'id is being optimistic with his friend, saying, praying, hoping that every year they'll be glad and happy, they'll be okay, they'll be in good condition. Now let us quickly go through the next point. As'ilatul isti'ab. As'ilatul isti'ab. That is, As'ilatul isti'ab means questions and encompassing questions. Questions that will go around what you have read now, what you have come across in the passage. This question is going to what? To entail it. It's going to encompass the whole thing we have read in the passage. So we answer together. The first one is Ila aina dhahaba Sa'idun fi sabah. Ila aina dhahaba Sa'idun fi sabah. Said the question, it means where has he gone in the morning? Fi sabah. And here we read that kharaja Sa'idun fi sabah min baytihi wa dhahaba ila ma'dihi. That means the answer for this is, we start with dhahaba now. Dhahaba Sa'idun fi sabah ila ma'dihi. That's the answer. Dhahaba Sa'idun fi sabah ila ma'dihi. That's how you answer question. Now let us go to number 2. Ila aina tadhhabu fi sabah. Ila aina tadhhabu fi sabah. Now the question is to you yourself, because even this question was meant for Sa'id. It's going to be ila aina yadhhab. Are you getting me? So it's just going to be a tautology, that is, they are repeating a question. That's why this second question is being directed to you, because in the tadhhabu you have ta. Now you, anta, ila aina tadhhabu anta fi sabah. Where do you normally go in the morning? So you have to tell me now. Maybe in our next class, you tell me where you normally go in the morning. Maybe you go to your office, as you have people going to office amongst us here. You have those who go to school, you have those who go to the market and the likes. So let me answer for myself now. Ila aina tadhhab fi sabah. My answer will be what? Adhhabu. You change that to Hamza. Adhhabu fi sabah ila madrasati. Adhhabu fi sabahi ila madrasati. I normally go to the what? To my madrasa, to my school in the morning. So you too, you tell me your answer in our next class, inshallah. Now number 3. Mada في حديقة المعد. ماذا في حديقة المعد. What are those things present in the garden found in the institute? In the institute's garden, what are those things there? Let us go back to the passage. What are those things that are present there? Let us see, let us check. In the garden, ashjarun kathiratun wa azharun jamilatun. That means I'm going to say fi hadiqatil ma'ad. Fi hadiqatil ma'ad ashjarun kathiratun wa azharun jamilatun. That's the answer. And you know the meaning of that. In the institute garden, ashjarun kathiratun, there are many trees. Wa azharun jamilatun, and beautiful flowers. Now, next one. Mada yadrusu talabatu fil ma'ad. What are those things the students learn? What are they learning in the institute? The students, what are they learning there? What are they learning? We say in the answer, yadrusu at-talabatu fil ma'adi al-lughat al-arabiyyah. Al-lughat al-arabiyyah, they are learning what? The Arabic language. Wal-ulum al-islamiyyah. Wal-ulum al-islamiyyah. And they are also learning what? Various Islamic studies or knowledge. Now, and the fifth one, which is the last in I have here. Mada taqulu li zumalaika حينما تقابلهم أول العام الدراسي. The author is asking you now, what are you going to say to your mates, to your classmates, when you meet them, when you approach them for the very first academic year, the first academic year you are meeting with them? What do you tell them? You can copy what Sa'id has told his mates. You are going to say, Aqulu li zumalai hinama uqabiluhum. Take note of how I'm changing the pronouns there. Aqulu li zumalai. I will tell my mates, hinama uqabiluhum, when I meet with them, awwal al-aam ad-dirasi, in the first academic year. What I'm going to tell them, kullu aamin wa antum bi khayr. So that's what I'm going to tell them. Now let us move to the next thing. Al-kalimatu wa anwa'uha. Al-kalimatu wa anwa'uha. That's the word and their words and their kinds. So al-kalimatu wa anwa'uha. We have here first al-jumlatu. We have al-kalimatu. Naw'a. Then we have as-sabab. This al-kalimatu, like I told you earlier, it is a single unit that is found in jumla, in a sentence. Because we said jumla, what is connoting or what is forming a sentence, what a sentence is being made up of. We have ismun, we have fi'lun, and we have akf. Whenever we are taking one out of these three things we have mentioned now, we say one of them is kalima. Do you understand that now? So that's how we go. Let us read the sentence. Kharaja sa'idun fi sabah. Kharaja sa'idun fi sabahi. Let us pronounce the word with their vowels in full. Kharaja, because we are doing Nahw now, we are in the Nahw class. Kharaja sa'idun fi sabahi. Sa'id went out in the morning. The kalima here, the first one is kharaja. Kharaja, he went out. Now, the kind of kalima here, as far as jumla is concerned, we have fi'l, which is verb, we have harf, which is alphabet, and we have ismun, which is now a pronoun. So the Nahw here now, even the ismun is basically now. Let us say now. So the Nahw, the kind of kalima here is fa'il. Out of these three things is what? Verb, because order is talking of what? Of an action. Fa'il. Saba, what have we settled down? For what? For verb. What have we said is verb and not ismun or harf? Why? The author wishes to explain to us the reason behind that. He said, لِأَنَّهَا, because this thing is what? لِأَنَّهَا كَلِمَةٌ, because it happens to be a what? A word. تَدُلُّ عَلَى عَمَلٍ, that has to do with, that connotes action. حَدَثَ فِي الزَّمَنِ الْمَاضِي, an action that has taken place in the past. And something that tells us of an action in the past, or that tells us when an action has taken place, has to do with what? With a verb. That's why he had settled down for verb. Here we finally agree that kharaja is what? Is fine. Now, the next thing in the sentence is sa'id. Sa'idun. Sa'idun. And sa'id, he said, Nahwha is ismun. Ismun. He said sa'id is ismun, is a name. Is a noun. Sabab, why? He said, for the reason that li'annaha kalimatun summiya biha shakhsun. He said, because it is a word. Summiya biha shakhsun, that has been named after an individual. Sa'id is the name of a particular person. Now, so no action is included in Sa'id. Now the next thing, wafil ma'adi, that's another sentence, another jumla now. Wafil mahdi kathirun min at-talaba, and in the institute there are many students. So let us take this one after the other. We have al-kalima. The kalima here is wa. And wow, you already know that is an half. Half. Because it is not friendly or ismu. Let us look at the reason the author is going to mention here. Let us check. He said, لأنها كلمة لا يظهر معناها إلا إذا كانت مع غيرها. ما شاء الله. That means look at something here. Fame is to be talking of an action, either in the past or in the present time or in the future. That's one. If it is a name, it's going to be a name given to a particular entity. Good. And if it is helpful now, what did he say? He said, Liana kalimatun, because it is a kalima, it is a word. La yadha, that the meaning does not show. The meaning will not be obvious, except after idha kanat ma'a, it is with another. It is found with another thing entirely. That's when the meaning comes out. That's helpful for you. Helpful does not have what a particular meaning, except when joined with another thing entirely. The next thing here is fi. That's also half. Wa fi, so it is also half. You already know when something is not ismun and is not fi'l, it should be the last thing, and the last thing there is what? Half. Now, he said li'annaha, the same reason. لأنها كلمة لا يظهر معناها إلا إذا كانت مع غيرها. But it's a kalima that the meaning does not show, does not become obvious, except when joined or when found with another thing. And what's that another thing? Maybe ismun or fi'l. Now let us go to the next thing. We have al-ba'th. Al-ba'th literally means finding out, making findings. So the author wishes to explain to us what we are after. What's our goal in this lesson? He said, إِذَا نَظَرْنَا إِلَى الْجُمْلَةِ الْأُولَى. We will take note, we will notice the first sentence, we will look into it properly. وَهِيَ, and the first sentence is, he meant here is, خَرَجَ سَعِيدٌ فِي الصَّبَاحِ. We will look at this sentence. رَأَيْنَا, we are going to find out that أَنَّهَا تَتَأَلَّفُ مِنْ كَلِمَاتٍ هِيَ. We are going to find out that the first sentence comprises wordings, kalimat. Kharaja, the first one is kharaja. The second one is sa'id. The third one is fi. We also have as-sabah. Kama anna kulla kalimatin min hadhihi al-kalimat tata'allafu min ba'di huruf al-hija. He said, likewise, kama, likewise, anna kulla kalimatin, for every word in these kalimat, in these wordings, tata'allafu min ba'di huruf al-hija, is also comprise some of the alif ba ta sa alphabet. Wa ahyanan, and sometimes takunu al-kalimatu harfan. Sometimes we find out that this kalima, this word is what? Harf. Harfan wahidan. Sometimes we find out that it's a singular, it's a single what? It's a single alphabet. Mithlu, example, alwa, like wa, wafi, wow, that's a single alphabet. Awil fa, or like fa, fa. That's it. That's the first thing the author wants us to take note. So, and I believe we have taken note of that. The second one here is Wafi jumlati kharaja sa'idun fi sabah. He said, and in this sentence we are still on kharaja sa'idun fi sabah. Najidu anna kalimata kharaja tadullu ala amalin hadatha fi zaman al-madi. We are going to find out that the word kharaja tadullu ala amal, it points or it indicates to the fact that ala amalin, to a particular action, hadatha fi zaman al-madi, to an action that had taken place in the past. Wal kalimatu allati tadullu ala amalin hadatha fi ayyi zaman tusamma al-fain. And for every word that indicates or that shows an action that had taken place, are you getting me? Any word that indicates an action that has been done, that can be carried out, that had taken place, fi ayi zaman, at whichever period it has taken place, whether in the past or in a continuous time, or is going to take place in the future. For everything to some al-fain, it is known to be what? Al-fain. That means whenever you have an action that has taken place, regardless of the what, of the time that action has taken place, you regard that as what? Al-fain. Wa amma kalimatu sa'id. But for this word sa'id, faiya ismun. Faiya ismun, it is what? It is a noun. Ismun li shakhs, it is a name of a person. Wal kalimatu allati yusamma biha shakhsun, and a word that is given to a particular person, that has been named after a person. Aw shay'un akhar, or to something else. A name that is being given to a person or something else. Here, alism. It is derived as what? Alism, that is a noun. And you already know that in your English language before. The third thing the author wants us to take note of. He said, وَفِي الْجُمْلَةِ الثَّانِيَةِ. And in the second sentence. And that sentence is what? وَفِي الْمَهَدِ كَثِيرٌ مِنَ الطَّلَبَةِ. He said, نُلَائِذُ. We are going to find out. We are going to observe. نُلَائِذُ. We are going to observe that أَنَّ الْوَاوَ, that wow that started it, wafi, that wafi, and likewise the fi that followed wow, wafi kelimatani. He said there are two words, la yadharu ma'nahuma wahdahuma, that their meaning does not become obvious. Are you getting me? When we are just limiting it to them alone. Wafi, when we just say wafi, the meaning does not come out. Are you getting me? The meaning becomes not obvious. It is not obvious. وَإِنَّمَا يَظْهَرُ مَعْنَاهُمَا مَعَ غَيْرِهِمَا مِنَ الْكَلِمَاتِ. He said, وَإِنَّمَا يَظْهَرُ مَعْنَاهُمَا. It is that their meaning becomes obvious. Both meanings become obvious only when they found themselves with another thing, with another wordings. وَالْكَلِمَةُ الَّذِي يَظْهَرُ مَعْنَاهَا مَعَ غَيْرِهَا. And the words that has their meaning coming out with others, with the presence of others. That is, for every word that its meaning only comes out when it is found with others, to some it is known to be what? Al-Haqf. That means with this explanation, the author has been able to tell us the theory affairs, or the three entities that a sentence is comprises of. A sentence comprises of what? A fi'l, which is verb, a ismun, which is what? The noun, and a harf, which is the word, the alphabet. I believe we are getting it. Now we move to the next point. Al-Qa'ida. Al-Qa'ida, that's the principle. The principle. Al-Kalimatu lafzun yata'allafu min ba'di hurufil ija. You should take note of that. He said al-kalimatu. This kalima, a word, the word, is lafzun, it is a statement. Yata'allafu min ba'di hurufil ija. That is formed from what? From the formation of what? Some of the alphabets, the Arabic alphabets. Al-kalimatu, the kalima, the word, is a statement that is formed from the word formation or the coming together of some of the Arabic alphabets. Mithlu, like kharaja, sa'idun. Kharaja, sa'idun. We have kharaja. Can you say kharaja? That's formed from what? Kha, ra, and jim. Sa'idun. That one, sin, an, ya, and dal. Fi, that one is fa and ya. Wa ahyanan takunu al-kalimatu arfan wahida. And sometimes we find out that the word is only what? A single alphabet. Mithlu, just like al-waw, wa. That's just a single alphabet. And lastly, we come to the end of the class. Al-kalimatu thalathatu anwa. He said for you, the word is what? Is of three divisions. It's of three divisions, three kinds. Ismun wa fi'lun wa harf. The noun, the verb, and the alphabet. Al-ismu, he said a noun, The noun is what? Kalimatun is a word. Yusamma biha shakhsun, that is being named after a person. Aw shay'un akhar, or something else. Mithlu, just like at this example, Sa'id, the name of a person. Baytun, a house. Hadiqatun, a garden. Another thing you should take note is what? Al-fa'ilu, he said the verb is what? Kalimatun is a word. Tadullu ala amalin, that indicates an action. Hadatha fi zaman al-madi, an action that had taken place in the past. Awil hadi, or in the present moment. Awil mustaqbal, or in the future. Mithlu, like kharaja. Kharaja is telling you that is what? He had gone out. That's in the past. That's fi'l madi. Dhahaba, he had what? He had gone. Abi, kharaja, he went out. Dhahaba, he had gone to Abi. That one too is in the past. That's fi'l madi. But like yata'allam, that's what? That's hadir. He is learning. And it's possible it is mustaqbal, in the future, that he will be learning. That's yata'allam. And that's fi'l mudari. That means the one that has to do with zaman al-madi, that's fi'l madi. And the one that has to do with al-hadir or the mustaqbal is what? Fi'l mudari. So take note of that. And the last point here mentioned by the author is al-harfu. He said al-harf is kalimatun, is a word. Yadharu ma'naha ma'a ghayriha min al-kalimat. It's the one that the meaning is only obvious, is seen with what? With others. When it comes with others. Mithlu, like ila, wa, and fi. Even though basically we say ila means to, wa means and, fi means in. But all these things, their meaning are only known, are perfectly translated when they are what? When they are found with other wordings in a sentence. And with this we come to the end of the class. I believe we have all enjoyed the class. We should try to sit back and revise on our own, and we take note of every point made during the explanation. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for better understanding. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.